Hey, I'm here today to review my board, which is Never Summer Revolt. So this board is 41 inches long by 10 inches wide. It is a rocker construction. It's made of 5-ply maple with a poplar core. It has two layers of fiberglass, top and bottom, and a carbonium bottom sheet, along with PTEX tip and tails, which come in all Never Summer boards. And yeah, I'm running it with Going 10-inch bomber trucks with 8x11 flashbacks, 70mm 81A, and some bone Swiss bearings. This is Never Summer's freeride board, which it does very well. It's very good for really fast slides. Standees, long slides, just all slutty goodness. This board is very good for it. The reason it's so good for it is because it has a good stiff profile, coupled with the fact that it's very light. They pulled that off very well. They kept the board very thin while still giving some rigidity, so you can handle speed very well. The rocker in the concave, as you can see, the concave is, the concave's pretty good. Definitely enough to hold you in for fast slides, long slides, but not to the point where your foot will cramp up because it's so steep. And the board's nice and wide. The rocker helps a lot with holding your feet on the board, and yeah, it just helps a lot. Downhill on this board is amazing because the fact that it's very stiff, but it's snappy, so you get a lot of good turning ability, a lot of agility, while still maintaining a good amount of stability. Freestyle on this board is pretty good. As you can see, there's very large kicks. I've worn them down considerably, but the kick is probably a good maybe like 4 inches away from the base plate, so you can get a lot of pop out of this board.
Good. That was nice.
The only thing you have to be concerned about is the fact that this board, since it has a poplar core, it's pretty brittle, and since the fact that it's very thin. I had a board before this, same board, but I was doing a little bit too much freestyle. I wasn't sure how to land my shove-its. I was landing on the platform. I like pop shove-its. I was landing on the platform while doing a pop shove-it, not a nollie shove-it, but a pop shove-it. You want to land on the base plate so that the truck absorbs it. I actually cracked the neck very badly right about here, and I had to, they hooked me up really well. It wasn't covered in the warranty. Just a heads up, all Never Summer boards come with a 3-year warranty, so if anything happens to your board that is very obviously like a manufacturing defect, they'll replace your board for you, which is awesome. The fact that they back their board so well just shows how much they want you to enjoy their board. So, and their customer service is great. So if you have any problems, just like email them or something. But yeah, so good for freestyle. Just make sure you know what you're doing and you're not doing crazy crap on it. So yeah, commuting is pretty good on this board. It's a very low board, so as you can see, like, it's not very tall from wheel to top, so it's very easy to push. They actually use a bunch of rubber stringers inside the board running the length of it. So what this does is it reduces road vibrations and helps lessen foot fatigue, so you can go longer on the streets without having your legs cramp up or get tired, which is a big plus if you're doing like long distance, if you're getting from like across your town. You won't get tired or anything. I personally enjoyed this board while it's top mounted. When it's top mounted, the board feels stiffens slightly, so it's a little bit better for like free riding and downhill. You get more control over your trucks. I mean, that could be my personal preference, but that's what I feel is a little bit better for free riding and downhill. When it's like this, it's much easier to commute. It's a lot shorter. So if you get this deck, I'd say try both. You might like one or the other. You might like both equally. It's all a matter of preference. The one thing that makes this board personally far superior to almost every single board is PTEX tip and tails. Plastic on the edge, as you can see, it runs down the side too. What this plastic does is it protects the nose of your board, so when it curbs, the plies don't split. It's virtually impossible to delam this board due to the fact that the PTEX holds the nose together, so when you ram it into a curb, it kind of gets a little bent up. It doesn't do anything at all. Like, it's not like wood where the wood squishes. It just gets like just a little itsy bitsy dent. Although it still can razor tail pretty badly, just because razor tail is very abrasive over time. And what this does is it makes your tip very sharp. So just watch out for that. Make sure you're not stabbing your friends with it, because I have cut myself open on the PTEX because of razor tailing. Some things I don't like about this board is when it's dropped through like this, going down hills, it feels a little bit twitchy. Only because it does have a slight amount of flex to it. But I mean, that's not really an issue. Like, if you downhill a lot, you're getting used to it anyway. The grip tape they give this board is terrible. It's a very fine grip tape. I mean, it's enough to hold you in for the time being, but after a while of riding, you're gonna want to replace it. Dancing on this board, it's all right, but the platform is kind of just kind of oddly shaped, not very ideal for dancing. You can definitely do it, no problem, but not the ideal board for it. As I've said, it is thin, it is kind of brittle, so you don't want to be doing really hard impacts on it. You'll damage your board probably. Other than that, this board is very good. I feel like this company really shines when it comes to this free riding board. They just missed on the small things. There's not things that you even have to worry about. Carbonium, that's another plus about this company. They put a plastic, either carbonium or textilium cover on all of their boards, so it protects the graphic. As you can see, I scratched mine a little bit doing curb grinds. I mean, not the smartest thing to do, but hey, they're fun. So overall, this is an extremely good board. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it probably 9.5, because it is pretty damn awesome. So it's about, I think, anywhere between $130 and $140 for the deck, which is a pretty average price for most free ride boards. Complete, I think it can range anywhere from $200 to maybe like $240 if you're using average stuff. If you put something like more intense gear on, you're obviously going to raise the price, but whatever, somewhere on that. So yeah, this board is great. I totally recommend it if you're into a little bit of everything with more of a free ride downhill lean. Like if you like busting slides most of the day, but once you get down the hill you want to do some cross steps and pop a shove it, this board's gonna be perfect for you. If you're looking for a board that will do everything extremely equally, I wouldn't get it, because you don't want to be doing too much freestyle on it. Dancing isn't the best. Carving is not really good at all, because there's no real flex to it. You got a little bit, but not enough to make it a really fun carving board. Okay, so here's a flex test of my board. I'm around 170, so this will probably flex a little bit more for me than it does for most people, just because I'm a bigger person. So as you can see, it's a slight flex, nothing extreme. While it's top mounted, it won't flex as much, only because you can put more pressure on the trucks and the board won't flex as much. So if you like a little bit of a flexier ride, a little bit more forgiving, I'd say keep it drop geared. But if you like a stiffer ride, if you're going pretty fast, I'd say top mount it. You can get a little bit more control and stuff for free riding, and the stiffness will help you a lot. If you're a long distance commuter, this board will be perfect for you. I also look into other Never Summer boards though, because flexier boards I find personally are better for long distance commuting because they absorb more rubber vibrations. So coupled with the rubber dampening, it'll help a lot. But if you do long distance commuting, we also slide and downhill. This board will be awesome for you. So yeah, I totally recommend this board. It's a perfect board for free riding downhill. It can do a little bit of freestyle dancing if you want it to. It'll do everything for you, and I love it. So check out some other videos on my channel, and stay tuned for updates. And yeah, you see this board in action. Look at some of my other videos. It's definitely a sick board.